Hey guys, welcome to 5,000 Miles, where we do reactions and reviews. My name's John. I'm over in Philadelphia.
And my name's Vince, and I'm 5,000 miles away on Maui.
And today we're here to take a look at Pluribus, Season 1, Episode 2. We were all very taken with the first episode, so we're jumping right back in. And I'm very excited that they dropped 2 episodes so that we can sink our teeth in a little deeper.
What a banger that first episode was. I would have been really upset if I had to wait another week to watch the second episode, and I'm probably going to feel the same way about having to watch the third episode.
There's no question that I'm going to feel that way, but it's going to be a really cool thing for the channel here to be watching something that we're legitimately excited about, that we legitimately have to wait for week to week, because by the time it comes up, we're going to be frothing, dude. So let's see. Let's get some unfolding of this plot and figure out what the hell is going on.
All right, you ready to dive in?
Yeah, let's do this. Can't wait.
I love the aspect ratio of this show. It's really wide.
It's
I feel like I'm watching a movie.
He just knows how to put you into these scenes and just make you feel like you're there, man. He's such a master.
That was something that Better Call Saul did really well. It's like they just drop you into something and you don't know what's going on, but you can't look away. It's interesting, the idea of this thing, whatever it was that sent out this information, it's kind of like it's a virus. But like, what does it gain from sending itself to other planets?
No idea.
It doesn't gain
It's actually
anything.
pretty fat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like the human race is benefiting theoretically from its arrival.
Yeah, like maybe like once it happened to wherever it came from, once it happened to those aliens, they were probably like, "Oh, we really like this. Obviously,
yeah, we should give it to everybody.
We should send it out and give it to everybody,
or to anybody where this like carbon-based life forms live. We should give this to them,
or any species that has enough intelligence to decrypt this signal."
It is pretty intriguing though that like one person knows anything that anyone knows, everyone knows. So this individual can just fly a fucking plane. Everyone can fly a plane.
Okay, this is the first time we've gotten any sort of title sequence.
Pretty cool.
It's clever, yeah. It's like a larger picture is formed from a bunch of little individual dots or pixels.
Yeah. 11 hours in, so she's just chilling with this hangover.
So yeah, this is 10 hours later after she was talking to the agricultural secretary on TV. Does kind of look like a bottle of Macallan. I could go for some Macallan myself right now. Even if this virus thing is for the greater good, it certainly caused a lot of damage, a lot of collateral damage and collateral deaths.
That's what I was saying last episode. Like, of the 7 or 8 billion people, how much? How much damage? Gotta be a lot.
No more TSA. That's a plus.
The pluses so outweigh the minuses.
I just need to check inside your asshole.
Just needs to check inside your asshole.
Hello? You okay? Sorry, we didn't mean to startle you. We wouldn't have intruded, but if you don't mind us saying, maybe you could slow down and take a break. You've been at it for 2 hours straight.
You people are spying on me.
Oh no, you just happened to be outdoors this
How?
morning.
Where are you watching me from?
An MQ-9 Reaper?
A what?
It's an Air Force drone. It's...
I don't see anything.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't really. It's
I mean,
way up
they have
like
access
40,000
to
feet.
all the surveillance
It's
on
not
the entire
dangerous, it's not
planet.
even armed.
Yeah, if one
Sorry,
person
bad
knows how to
idea.
access it, they
It's
all do.
leaving.
I guess.
So if you can't read minds,
Carol, You may find this hard to believe, but yesterday was the greatest day in the history of humanity. Helen thought so too.
No, Helen is not one of you.
She joined us before she passed. She's gone, but all of her thoughts, her memories, they're right here. Should we tell you how much she loved you?
You bunch of ghouls! You are a goddamn bunch of grave-robbing psychopaths! You are the reason she is dead! And now you're gonna speak for her? Fuck you! Fuck every single one of you!
Yeah, maybe they just had an adverse reaction to her saying "fuck you" to them.
Well, they definitely did. Which potentially means that a lot of people got hurt.
I mean, if you lost somebody that you care about, but all of their thoughts and memories were incorporated into a hive mind, it's kind of like that person's still alive.
Yeah, it would be an incentive to want to join. And that's what I mean. All of her
Or
behavior
at least
is predicated on losing her friend.
treat the hive mind as if they were that person, because that person still exists within the hive mind.
Exactly.
So like if
You-
somebody if she wanted to talk to Helen again, she could talk to her through whatever avatar
Yeah,
person they happen to be using at the time.
any one of them. But you know what I mean? Like if let's say that Helen got assimilated and didn't die, or that Helen was like her and didn't get affected at all, her entire reaction to this whole thing would be entirely different. If she didn't just lose somebody she loved, she'd probably be looking at this entirely differently.
Yeah. She's gonna have to process the trauma of what happened before she's gonna be able to process what's going
The
on
pros and
with
cons of
the
what's
entire
going on.
world being turned into a hive mind.
A benevolent hive mind. A hive mind that's so benevolent to a fault, seemingly to a fault. They're not vindictive in any way. However many of them just died and they don't seem to give two shits. They're digging holes for her. This would be a lot. I'd be like, what else can I get this woman to do? Go do my laundry. Pour me a drink.
These 12, how many speak English?
5 either as a second or third language.
I want to meet those 5.
I mean, the benefits to being non-assimilated in this new world where you have a benevolent hive mind. I mean, you
Seemingly amazing.
look at all the pieces of flair. You got a Fridays waitress flying the plane.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter.
You got your own private jet now. They're on Air Force One.
This guy's got it figured out. He's like, yeah, I'll go meet this lady, but you got to fly me on Air Force One.
Bonjour. Enchanté. I am Kumba Diabate.
Bonjour, Carol Sturka. Nice plane.
Oui, oui. Oh, tout puissant, je suis ravi.
He's got a harem.
He's got like
Bienvenue
6
en
chicks
Espagne,
standing there.
Diabate.
All the
Nous espérons
supermodels.
que votre vol-
I don't know where we begin, but it's up to us now. The future of humanity is in our hands. As scary as that sounds, it is. It is up to us to put the world right.
Who says what's right?
Why?
Everybody understands that, right? Your husbands, wives, parents, children, they're not them anymore.
My child is still my child. Very much so.
That cute little boy we just met, The one who can perform open heart surgery and fly the space shuttle? Yep, he's right as rain.
You listen. That is my child out there.
He is also your prime minister. Some guy you dated in high school, your gynecologist. Think about that.
You are a horrible person.
Okay, who is the angry one now?
I'm sorry. There's not a whole lot to be angry about here. I'd be settling in.
Well, I mean, eventually the supply of meat is going to run out. So you're saying that after like a month or so, everybody's got to be vegetarian?
Unless they don't care
So
if
you
you
are
kill something
vegetarian?
yourself. You could go out and take a deer down, have them
That would be
clean,
our preference,
dress it for
yes.
you.
I don't recall anybody getting a vote on whether or not they wanted to join.
We ourselves have no choice.
For us, it's a biological imperative, like breathing. But every time one comes to understand how wonderful it
How many
feels,
fucking people died during your wonderful fucking joining?
886 million. 477,591. As of this moment.
This guy.
Je
it's
fais ce que je peux.
We needed this character to be doing what the decadent person would do.
And that's what's great about Vince Gilligan.
Yeah, he gets it. I'll tell you what, she's technically got a lot of power. All 11 of them do. Because he could just flip the fuck out on them and theoretically break their brains. And they're not capable of hurting you in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I mean, what does she think there is to be done? I understand that she's got a lot of grief to process. But, I mean, she's clearly not thinking logically. Like, what does she think? She's gonna undo the hive mind and give everybody back their individuality?
I think
She
in
didn't-
as much as she's thought about it, that's
She
about
didn't
the beginning
even
of the-
bother to ask if that was possible.
That's as much as I think she's thought about it. Like, if there's something to do, we have to undo this. Because she said, is anybody a scientist? I don't know how we're going to do this, but we have to save humanity. That's where her head's at. She hasn't gotten to the point where she might have to accept that there's nothing you can do about this. You know, and the sooner she gets there, the better. Because then you can just enjoy it. But that's
Yeah.
not a show. The show has to exist in the conflict,
Yeah.
I guess. You know?
Stop! Open the door!
Ah.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Vince Gilligan, the
Vince
fucking
Gilligan!
man, dude.
You know how happy that makes me to see Vince Gilligan up there in the credits, man? That just warms my heart. That was the fastest fucking hour. Unbelievable, dude.
This show is so good. All
Wow.
right, look, one of the things that I've always said about what makes Breaking Bad so good and what makes Vince Gilligan so good is that every choice and every eventuality is taken into consideration, and characters always behave the way normal people would. There's so many
Yeah.
times when you're watching a show and you're like, if I was there, I would never do that. People don't behave that way. Or you say to yourself, like, why doesn't this person just do this? Or why doesn't that person just do that? In Breaking Bad, you never ask yourself that question because everybody behaves in a rational way, the way normal people would behave. And this is exactly why this type of subject matter and like a high concept show is in such good hands with somebody like Vince Gilligan, because obviously like our first thought was, you know, if that happened to me, hey, it's like kind of winning the jackpot. I'd go fly to the Guggenheim, or I'd have a harem of girls, or, you know, I'd have the finest chefs cooking me 5-star dinners. And clearly we've got a character who has figured that out.
But
Right.
this is an intensely foreign concept, and it's immediately like, what? Like, what would you do? What would you
Yeah.
say? How would you feel? What would you think?
Because
What are the details? How does it
I
play
know
in?
which character I would be behaving like. You think I'd be showing up in on Air Force One also, my friend.
Yeah, no question about it. But
You got
one
Rhea
thing they have
Seahorn
shown
sitting
is
in the
that
back. That's what I said. I was like, she's not even sitting in first class. I was like,
no,
I'd have like a solid gold Saudi jet flying me around.
yeah, well that's why I said like the whole reason she's taking it this way is because she's dealing with that. Like if that person didn't die, her entire behavior towards this would be much more inquisitive instead of like
Yeah, but
angry
also at
and
the same
hurt.
time, even before that happened, you could tell that she was a little bit more cantankerous of a person.
Yeah, definitely a super cynical person with an alcohol issue. No question about that. And that
Yeah,
plays in. But those aren't things that you can't get over. The whole
right.
reason she's acting out and like angry on the surface is because of the loss of her friend, I think, anyway.
She didn't even have time to think or process any type of information. She was passed out drunk at the
Yeah.
time. So it
Yeah.
kind of like just picked up where it left off. And I mean, like she's been in this state of trauma and grief. She hasn't had time to ask the real
And
questions and
shock.
dive in a little bit deeper.
Shock.
So hopefully in episode 3, we'll have her asking more questions. They'll flesh out what are the rules a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's all I want to know is what are the
What are the
rules?
rules? What are
Also,
the
there's
rules?
there's another thing that really drives me crazy when I'm watching TV shows is where a problem could easily be solved by two characters just having a discussion about something, and
Yeah.
that never happens in Vince Gilligan shows. It's always
No.
like problems that exist are always organic. Like every issue always makes sense, and people's reactions to situations always make sense, even if you don't
And it
agree
gets
with it.
addressed. We wanted to know about animals just naturally, and then they brought up animals. We wanted to know how many people died. They fucking told us.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
told us that they can't hurt anybody. They told us how many people she killed. Like they don't just like leave you hanging. They have stuff happen and then they tell you what's what. And you're like, okay, cool.
They're
Got it.
they're
Here we
doing a
go.
great job of world building right off the bat.
Yeah.
Everything that we could have thought of to ask, they've already answered.
She can't have emotional attachment to that woman. It does beg the question, like if it was you, right? And the hive mind had to think, all right, we need to send like the friendliest person to Vince that he's going to respond to when they show up, like in South Park when it's the pizza pooping ice cream. Who would it be for you? Who would the hive mind send?
It would probably be like my wife or you,
Just somebody show up. I'd like to believe it would
or
be
maybe like my sister. I could
yeah.
see, or Quentin
I think it would be
Tarantino, Vince Gilligan.
yeah,
Vince Gilligan
it would
showed up.
be yeah, it'd be
I'd be
Chase
like, all
Utley
right,
or
yeah,
Jessica Biel.
send Vince Gilligan over. We'll hash it
Is
out.
that Britney Spears when she was 20 years old? What's up, Britney?
Okay, I don't think the hive mind has a time machine, but
Anyway, great show. I'm enjoying it. The only bummer is having to wait week to week, but hey, let's get on this journey together, people. What are you thinking of the show so far, man?
all right. So here's the questions we still want answered. One, would it be possible to undo what's been done? Because we know,
That's a big question.
like if we're following Rick and Morty Unity rules, then they can be barfed up and go back to their original state of individuality. Or we might be following some other sort of hive mind rules where once you get assimilated, there's no going back.
Yeah, like kill one, kill them all.
It's like mixing two paints together. Once they're
Yeah, it's
mixed
the same
together,
deal.
you're not unmixing them.
The big variable that we don't know is these other people. We just met those people and they are of no use to Carol's resistance and desire to maybe do something about it. Those
And
five people ain't going to help her with it. They're not.
oh yeah, I mean that lady is in complete denial that that kid is no longer her kid anymore.
So it's the
Even
other
though he's
people that I
even
want to
though
meet.
he's also her gynecologist. It wasn't like
Yeah.
a bunch of aliens showed up on Earth. This was just information that was
An
beamed to them.
RNA sequence. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean like what does the hive mind get out of just spreading the concept of itself. It's not a biological thing. You know what I mean?
Some kind, it could
They're
get
they're
as
just
big
kind of
as the
like
universe.
preaching. They're like just preaching the gospel. Yeah, I guess I mean like it's not operating the way like a human would to reproduce, or like a mammal would. It's operating the same way as like a fungus would be, just sending out spores and seeing what
Psychic
takes
glue.
seeing what takes root. Wherever this thing, this hive mind entity first started, it's just beaming out instructions into the universe, and anybody that comes across it, that's able to decode it and create it, falls prey to it.
And it was interesting when the guy was like, what's the problem here? No one's in prison. There's no wars. Everyone's free.
Yeah.
This is good. This
I
is
mean,
good. So no matter, so
I mean, I
really, I
hate I
think
hate to
that's the
keep going
primary
back to
thing.
the Rick and Morty thing, but I mean, it's the same thing that Unity said, where she's like, this person was a convicted child like molester, and this person blah blah blah. And so, I mean, like, there's something to be said for everybody being part of a collective.
I guess that's
There's
really is what is at the base of the premise here. The base of the premise is what would be better? Eliminating all of the horrors of humanity, of which there are a seemingly endless amount. Exploitation, this, that, the other, all the horrors, disease. I guess disease might still exist.
but the only
All the
cost
pettiness of
the
greed
cost
and
is,
humanity
yeah, is your individuality.
versus saying, like, hey, but what we have to give away to get rid of all of that stuff is just the individual. You don't give away yourself.
And
You don't
honestly,
give
I
away
mean,
your
like,
memories or your
what
experiences or your future.
yeah, what I mean, what is your
All of that's
individuality?
intact.
If our
Yeah.
individuality is only your experiences and your memories and your
They
personality,
still exist.
that is all being maintained.
Yeah, except everybody knows it. And there's no specialization anymore. So the
There's
idea
no
of being like,
specialization. I think
hey,
the only thing that you're losing is the idea of privacy, because everybody's in everybody's head,
and
right?
intrigue, right? Like, so the idea of like, hey, you and me
Oh
are going to
yeah,
go see our favorite band play. Now, all of a sudden, we don't give a shit about watching so and so sing a song. We know how he wrote it. We know what he was thinking. We know every lyric. We know every melody. Don't give a shit. We're all on the same page.
I don't need to go see NoFX because I am
Nope.
NoFX.
I am no effects. I don't need to see
I
a
am Fat
circus.
Mike.
Yeah.
Although
We are
the
all.
idea of sports playing a hive mind, I mean, if everybody has the same level of athleticism, I mean, the idea of playing a sport would still kind of have some fun to it, because it'd be like
Well, everyone, yeah.
watching two computer teams on Madden play each other. You know,
Well, I think that
you
what it
can't
would come
predict
down to is
exactly what
like
it's going to shake out to.
everyone has the same skills, but not everyone has the same physical attributes. So it's not like you could have a 6-year-old kid play in an NFL football game. You'd still have to be a certain size and strength in order to
Right.
do physical things. So the
But it's
same,
like,
so that would play in a little bit.
even if Tom Brady was the quarterback of both teams, one team's gonna win. It's not gonna, if two grandmasters are playing each other in chess, one of them's still gonna win.
Even if we're both strong and fast, right? If we're playing basketball against each other, and you know that I'm gonna go that way, like how would you ever achieve anything? In baseball, you'd know what pitch I was gonna throw.
Oh
You'd like
yeah,
it'd be fucking crazy. So I don't know if competition would still exist. But or the bigger point would be like, why would you care? You'd be like, win or lose, who cares? We are all
yeah,
everything. Win, lose, who
yeah.
gives a
I
shit?
guess, yeah, because it's like I
Don't
would
matter.
know what pitch you were gonna throw, but would I also know what that person's weakness is? Or do I know what pitch?
Does anyone have a weakness?
Does anybody have a
There
weakness?
there'd be no reason. We'd all
Would
have
you
the
be
exact same strengths and
would
weaknesses.
there be the ability to block information from a single person at any given time? Is that
I don't
possible?
think so. I don't think so. I don't think
So,
so. But it was
or like,
another interesting
could
thing
the
that was
hive
said.
mind isolate a single person from the hive mind temporarily?
Now that's a question that they could answer because that does change things. And
And
then
that's cool
like
because there's no answer. It's all
no,
whatever Vince Gilligan decides to come up with.
I think the most intriguing thing is how much the living can affect the hive mind, but they can't do anything about it. So even if they figured out like, yo, this bitch is going to try and kill us, or she's going to keep screaming at us and being mean to us and stuff like that, it's not like they can be like, okay, enough's enough, let's kill her. They can't hurt anybody.
You can't
So
hurt
if
her.
any one of them
And
decides,
I mean, all they can do is assimilate her. Or
that's it.
they could ask one of the other unassimilated people to kill her.
Who knows? Yeah,
Be
that's a
like,
little bit of
hey,
mental
this
gymnastics
lady's
there.
causing problems. We can't kill her, but we're not gonna stop you guys from doing it.
But there's a knife over there on the table. I don't know who put it there,
Yeah.
but it's over there.
Yeah. Um, I'm interested in seeing. I don't know if they completely answered this question, but if once they figure out how to assimilate her, are they still going to leave it up to her?
That's I think a big question.
Because they
Presuming
already
that they
know
do.
they already have the time frame of when they're gonna be able to figure out how to do it.
They think
They've
anyways.
got the entire planet worth of scientists working on it. And like they said, even if they didn't make a conscious decision to assimilate her, they already said that it's something that's a biological imperative for them. It's like
Yeah,
breathing, you
so
know?
I would
Even if
actually say at this point, given knowing what we know,
even if they wanted to respect her wishes to remain an individual, they might not even have the ability to not, you know? It's like throwing red meat in front of a tiger.
no, I think that based simply on what we know now, information wise, once they have the ability to assimilate them, if they do figure it out, they're coming right for them.
The best thing about this being a Vince Gilligan show is we know all these questions are gonna get answered too.
Vince Gilligan is back, baby.
He's the
He's
man.
back.
Oh, what a
Yeah,
cool idea for a show.
that's
I like how
fantastic, man.
how she called them Moonies also. Did you catch that? Do you know who the Moonies are?
Mm-mm.
The Moonies are like this, I believe it's Korean. It's a cult.
Oh, okay.
It's a cult that started in the I think the 60s or 70s. There was this guy named the Reverend Sun Young Moon, and he started this cult, and he like there was like thousands of people that followed him, and they were all in this cult, and he like married them all together. So basically, she was just referring to them all being like in this cult together.
Yeah.
So this show is like it's like part Contact, part Outbreak, and part like cult movie.
Yeah. It's really interesting, really unique. Gotta love it.
Yeah. So cool, man. Well, I guess that's going to
Uh,
be it until next week, guys. I can't wait. I'm sure you guys are on the edge of your seats just like we are. So
Looking
we'll be
forward to
back next week for season 1, episode 3. And until then, if you want to be part of the 5,000 Miles Hive Mind, don't forget to like and subscribe.
it. Yeah, join the hive mind, guys.
Join the
All
Hive
right, see you on
Mind.
the next one.
All right. Bye,
Appreciate it. See
guys.
you.